Hey everybody, I'm just checking in, and it's Wednesday, March 2nd. And yeah, I look a little different because I shaved off my beard, but same me. Uh, yeah, I'm just going to give you a kind of just my take on what's been happening lately, just kind of a short update. And kind of what I've been getting lately is this is uh, it's kind of a slow rollout of the truth. I mean, it's happening pretty much exactly the way they want it to. What I mean by they is basically the good guys of because we're winning this freedom operation, like I've told you guys before. So in a sense, what's happening behind the scenes is uh, well, the takedown of this control system. So kind of what we're seeing is it's more like how they're dismantling it in a way that's not so shocking to everybody. So it's like, okay, and they're trying to be as efficient as possible, like um, taking down the control systems around the world. Um, it gets kind of confusing, and I mean, especially, I mean, I know what's kind of going on. I get the bigger picture, so for me, it still becomes a little overwhelming once in a while. Even though I gotta admit, I mean, this is rolling out kind of slowly. I kind of wish it would just get right to the problem and just get this thing over with. But I understand why it is going slow because there's just so much to understand. It's almost like this world has gotten so complicated suddenly. Because I mean, all of us that you know been around for a while, we realized the world has always been sort of in crisis someplace. It's always been going on. This is the kind of the low vibration that they've had us under. So there's always like a constant threat of war, and this is. But I got to admit, these last few years, it's just really ramped it up because this was their final sort of end game is kind of a good way of putting it. But and also it was for us that were here to help. It was our wake up call to put all of um, our plans into action. So uh, this is gonna get crazy for a while, which I knew that. But I was gonna also give you guys a little bit of update as far as what I've been getting from my guides, and it's going to start stabilizing and sort of we don't have to uh, worry as much as of by the summer. By the summer, I think the main controllers will be taken down. Like it'll be all sort of the really big part of the project will be done, and then which means we're going to get our freedom back as far as like the mandates and things like that as well. But yeah, from there on, I think it's going to be more about disclosure. So from summer on, and even then, this whole thing about disclosure, it's going to be a slow rollout over years. But I mean, it's going to be hard for a lot of people to understand what's been going on, and I know for all those starseeds out there and all the what you call as workers and everything, that's kind of where we're going to be coming into action, and we're just going to try to make sense of it all for everybody as much as possible. So even on a personal level, we'll be able to talk to friends and say, well, listen, this is kind of what's going on. So it'll get better from this coming summer on. Right now, we've got a few more bumps in the road that we're still going through. Take, for instance, if I had to talk about something topical, it would be the Ukraine situation. What's been happening over there, like I've kind of said before, is since the 90s, that country has been basically, in a sense, taken over and used by the cabal. So um, they're getting out of it. What it is it's more like uh, strategic strikes against the cabal. That's really what it is. So it's more of a humanitarian. It doesn't look like it, but it's more of a humanitarian operation over there. They're trying to Putin's trying to dismantle what's what's basically the stronghold of the cabal over there. That's kind of where they've been doing a lot of. I mean, they've got biolabs there. They've been laundering the cabal money. Very corrupt systems over there. They're gonna basically. It's like, yeah, they're gonna just kind of rip it wide open and expose it to the rest of the world. And that, I mean, that's coming up, obviously. And so it's not this ongoing battle or something. It's not gonna. It's gonna should end fairly soon. I'd say probably by the middle of this month or maybe a little bit after. But yeah, I mean, guys, we need a break. I gotta admit, this is so taxing sometimes. I mean, for me, I'm still, I'm part of this the inmates out here in this slavery world. So I have to keep constantly working just to try to keep up to all my bills. So I'm still doing that constantly. But like I said, I think we're gonna finally get a break. And as far as if I was going to talk about something like the financial system coming up, all I can say is it's going to be really difficult how they're going to implement that. I mean, I know it's kind of been running in the background, like they've been really gearing this thing up. But when we change to a new monetary system, which will be probably gold backed or precious metal backed, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to roll it out. There might be, like, for instance, another new dollar bill or something, or maybe it'll be called something like the quantum bills or something. I don't know. So I'm not quite sure if it's going to be necessarily paper money, or we might go directly to some sort of credit system, which would be backed by, precious metals or something. So I mean, I go with my intuition, so I'm really just sort of watching the market and I'm going, okay. So the only thing, in a sense, what I've been investing in is basically silver and gold, something really hard asset based. So I don't want to necessarily, give anybody any financial advice, because I know that obviously the finances is what keeps us all sort of going. But one of the things that will be changing is the energy sector. I mean, coming up, I'd say probably by the end of this year anyway, or early next year, there'll be more of the hidden technology that has been basically taken from us, in a sense, because it is ours, but it's been either bought up or hidden. So we won't have to worry about our, like, for instance, our heating and our electricity and stuff, but we won't have to worry about all those type of living expenses coming up in the future as much. Anyway, this is a transition period we're going to go through, so it's not going to be easy necessarily. Although, like I said, the people that are working behind the scenes, helping us transition into this newer world, they're making it a lot easier. And the best way to do that is to do it more slowly, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now. So it kind of gets frustrating for us that just kind of want to rip the Band-Aid off and just get this thing done, and let's get this thing going. But at the same time, I'm also realize that it's kind of good for everybody to just slowly merge into a newer system. So, as frustrating as it is, it's like I get what's going on, and so, if I could be a service to anybody, if I'm kind of helping anybody out there trying to make sense of all this, that's really, in a sense, what all this is about for me, as this small channel I've got. I'm just trying to make sense of a crazy world that we're living in right now. And like I said, it's waking up to what's been happening to us. We're waking up to that, and then basically going through kind of a disclosure, and then basically dismantle that old system, and then reconstruct the way we should be living, that type of thing. It'll be a whole new lifestyle. So that's what's coming up, and yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep you guys, give you my take on it as we go forward. And that's all I got for today. So just yeah, I'm still out there, but I'm just working a lot behind the scenes here. I do, I just yeah, working full time here. So okay, talk to you later. Bye.